the Sharyn and Guy Fill-In Podcast.
Sharyn and Guy.
Good morning. Welcome along. You're with Sharyn and Guy filling in for JJ, Mike and Dom. 2 minutes past 6.
I'm not ready. Oh my goodness. Can we go back? Can we backpedal?
We actually just said that. We really should have got here earlier. JJ, Mike and Dom get here at 5. We rocked in about 20 to 6.
No, not because we're cocky, because I was doing so much stuff at home. I needed to get my hair right. I needed to find my audio clips. It was hard work doing the show. I have new respect for them.
Yeah, and it's good that you've put on your nice dry fit Nike top this morning.
Oh, I go to the minimum effort. I washed, and you should be proud of that. Hey, it's red sky this morning. Shepherd's warning.
Oh.
It's kind of yellow sky now, but I've never seen that before. I've heard that saying, and I've never had it before. But this morning, if you're a shepherd, mate, all I'm going to say is warning. Nothing else. It's going to be ambiguous like that.
Is that just because you've never been up at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Possibly. Very, very possibly.
Well, we've got so much coming up for you this hour. We've got your chance to win your share of $5,000, all thanks to Instant Kiwi. And next, we cover the Daily 3. We've left Guy in charge of this, so who knows how we're going to get along with this. But we're going to kick off the show this morning with one of the biggest songs right now. This is One Republic, Something I Need on the Edge.
Okay. Sharyn and Guy filling in. JJ, Mike and Dom's Daily 3.
Welcome to the Daily 3. I thought we would start off today by just saying we're here. It's me and Sharyn hosting the show for the next 3 weeks.
Hey!
New Zealand, thank you so much for having us. We've already been ripped on Facebook. A number of Facebookians have already said I'm gay.
Aww.
And I went to Taylor Swift on Saturday. Don't want to brag about it. The very first person I spoke to, recording a little piece for this show, which you might hear later on, you might never hear, who knows. The very first person I spoke to ripped into me about JJ, Mike and Dom being so much better than me. Check it out.
Number 3.
So I'm here outside Taylor Swift. What's your name?
Samantha.
Samantha, you've been giving me a hard time about my tenure on the Edge next week.
I'm a little bit concerned. You may not measure up to the way that JJ, Mike and Dom did it.
Do you think I'm not as good?
I think you have potential to be as good if you cut out the sarcasm a little bit.
What's wrong with me?
You interrupt people and you're quite sarcastic.
I'm going to interrupt you right there because you're getting quite boring. I am so sorry. I am so sorry for doing that. I was doing a joke. But seriously, if you are annoyed at anything I do, I am reading the text machine. So just send your abuse through Kiwi-style text-wise.
And you can find that off to 3343.
Number 2.
In at number 2, and this is some very serious news, the actor Paul Walker from the Fast and Furious films has passed away. He died in a car crash. He was 40 years old. It's very, very sad.
This is such a sad story because he was, not just because he was such an amazingly hot actor, but he's so young as well, and he's got like a young daughter, and devastated. Our heart
goes out to his daughter and his family. All I can say about this, and this is something to keep in mind at work, is please no one in the world, because this annoys me more than anything in the world, no one say he died doing what he loved because he died in a car crash. No one say that. No one dies doing what they love ever in the world. That is not a thing. No one ever wants to die.
Aww.
So I've already seen people on Twitter saying that no longer. Someone on Twitter did have the good response. They said, such a stupid thing to say when anyone dies, still seems to be a nice way to take comfort and consolation. That's a good point. It is nice. It is a nice thing to say. I see it. It is a nice thing to say. Sorry,
I'm getting by this.
I was genuinely a fan of Fast and Furious. It's one of those guilty pleasures, you know.
Yeah.
I genuinely loved it.
I even liked Into the Blue, which was that terrible movie he did with Jessica Alba.
That was amazing. That was a classic film. All right, moving on to something a bit more lighthearted. Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1 is this amazing story about a dude who literally threw away 8 million New Zealand dollars in Bitcoin currency. What is Bitcoin currency, you're asking?
Yeah, what is that?
It's an online currency, and basically I don't really know. It's a new currency you can use to buy things on the internet and stuff like that, and it works through encryption. And the guy didn't realise in 2009 how much it was worth. He threw away the hard drive. Here's some audio.
The time that I put that drive into the black bag that it went into the landfill site with, I thought to myself, this is a bad idea. However, I got distracted by something else and didn't take it back out.
Oh, God.
It's so painful. All you can do is laugh. I mean, he had 8 million New Zealand dollars, 4.5 million pounds on this hard drive because the value has gone up. He put it in a black bag. He put it in the rubbish. He knew it was a bad idea, but then he was like, "Oh, a puppy! Oh, a kitten!" All of a sudden, he's distracted, and before you know it, he couldn't get the money back. It could go up in value in the future as well. And we thought this would be a good thing to discuss today. I want to ask you, Sharyn, is there anything you've ever thrown out that you regretted?
Oh, there are lots of things that I've thrown out, but I think the biggest thing that somebody threw out on my behalf was my mum threw out my pet fish squirt. She was cleaning out the tank and she was emptying it and throwing all of the water out that was in there, and she threw out my fish and killed it. Fish murderer!
That is
Fish murderer!
That is so horrible. I remember once my mum, she gave away, it wasn't really thrown out, she gave away to a friend our childhood trampoline. My brother was still quite young. She regretted doing it, so she went and asked for it back.
An Indian giver!
I'm like, Mum, you can't ask back at something you've already given away as a present. That was the most awkward moment of my life, I think. I've had many more since then, but nothing tops that. So that's what we wanted to ask you, the people of New Zealand. What's something you've thrown away that you seriously regret?
Sharyn and Guy, filling in for JJ, Mike and Dom. Daily 3.
We're talking this morning about the weirdest thing that you have thrown away. So if you would like to call us on this, call us on 0800 The Edge or text us to 3343, and we are rewarding our first callers this morning with some prizes.
Please call in. I'm very lonely here. Very lonely.
And the reason we are doing this, guy, is because
a guy threw away £4.5 million, that's like 9 million New Zealand dollars worth of Bitcoin currency on a hard drive. How much would you regret that? And how much do we always regret when we accidentally throw something away? I remember my brother once accidentally threw away our cat.
Oh my God!
It sounds a lot more dramatic than it was, but we're like, where's the cat? My brother was very young. He'd just tied up the bin and not realised there was a cat in there. Because the cat loved getting in the bin, and we got him out straight away. The cat is fine, ladies and gentlemen. There's been no cats hurt in the story.
Oh my God. What about you, Sophie, who's one of our producers this morning?
I chucked away my 21st ring. My parents gave it to me, and it was, my main special present, and I was washing my hands, and then I got the paper towels and accidentally pulled it off and chucked it out in the bin, and didn't realise till the cleaners had come and taken it away.
Wait. So there's no happy ending to this? Is it completely gone?
Yeah.
Oh, how else are you going to remember a boozy night with some friends that you probably hate now? I feel like that is a lesson. She's gone. She's like, I've had enough of this.
Yeah, you've upset one of the producers already. That's like a new record. Dom usually takes at least half an hour.
I see that as a positive though, because like it's as long as you don't do like your wedding ring or something really, really important.
Which my husband just lost in Rarotonga.
What?
Yeah. Heaps of people do that with their wedding rings though, where they'll accidentally throw it out without realising.
Yes, heaps of people do that, Sharyn. Your relationship is going well.
Oh, shut up. Good morning, Tamara. What did you accidentally throw away?
I was cleaning out my room one day and found an old wallet. I'm like, I've got a new one, don't need any more. Chucked in the trash bag. It would have had a whole lot of birthday money in it. I'd completely forgotten about.
Every time. And you always just think, what could you have done with that money?
And I was freaking out the rest of the day because I eventually remembered after I cleaned my room. I had a friend helping me. And I started freaking out. I'm like, have you seen this money? She said, no. To find out for my birthday, she'd actually gone through the wallet when I threw it out and took all the money out and bought me this huge present.
Oh, well, luckily you kind of got it back, even though your friend stole from you to buy you the present.
That was
she wrote the card saying, you're an idiot, next time check your things before you throw out.
I think that's so cool. I think that's awesome. Fantastic. What a nice surprise.
Thank you so much for your call this morning, Tamara. We are going to send you out our must-have DVD, which is called Sirens, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Here's a classic from the text machine. I threw out a couple of New World collectibles. A couple of days later, a full set sold on Trade Me for $500. But that was a full set. You didn't just give away a couple for like $200 or something. It doesn't quite work like that.
No. And someone else's husband threw out a Dior handbag. That's almost grounds for divorce if they're throwing out your expensive handbags.
I love the explanation of that one, which is, he said I hardly ever used it because it wasn't with the others.
Oh, what a useless husband. Definitely should have been in trouble for that one.
Let's do this. Sharyn and Guy.
Filling in.
And we are very excited. We've been wanting to announce this all weekend long, but someone has returned to the Edge. And you may remember him from this.
I reckon it would be absolutely hilarious if you could convince him that everyone else in the room's naked.
And sleep, Chang. When you open your eyes, everyone in front of you is totally naked. 1, 2, 3. Eyes will open.
Hi, Chang. Hey.
Why the f*** are you all going naked?
Chang, we don't swear on the radio.
Why are you guys naked? Seriously, put some freaking clothes on.
Chang, what do you think of this?
No, I don't want to see it. No, I'm saying focus on your wife. Good to know you got a shaved bush.
Or you might remember him from this.
Yes! It's gonna be good.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we play some dramatic music? It's been 722 days, 18 hours and 15 minutes, all the way from Macau, via Fiji, via Mount Roscoe in Auckland. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Chang Ho!
Thank you. Okay, calm down now. Calm down. Nothing so exciting.
I don't know. You left us for More FM a couple of years ago, and now you're back at the edge. Why? Why are you here?
Helping you guys out, since JJ and Mike and Dom is on a 6-week, awesome holiday?
I've had a cat in the bag for quite a while talking about this. I haven't been able to say anything. Mm-hmm. You've been feeding me notes all morning, being really annoying with these weird facts on post-it notes.
Yeah.
And it's so good to finally let people know that when things go weird, it's all your fault.
Oh, sorry about that, guy. I think it's a producer's work, sir. They're just passing notes and stuff.
At least we still have somebody to blame. But if you would like to send Chang a message, then you can do it. Send it through to 3343. Or if you'd like to talk to Chang, call him on 0800 The Edge. But
it's so good to have you back, mate.
Oh,
Can I say that I love you and I'm so excited about this.
You guys only met on Friday.
I feel warm in my heart.
Oh no, man, guy go way back.
It's so exciting. I've listened to him for so long. He's a legend of broadcasting. And I say legend there with quote marks.
Oh my God.
This is going to be great.
I should hope so. Well, we are going to be revealing something to Chang in about 3 minutes' time. And I highly recommend you stick around if you'd like to hear Chang in pain.
Sharyn and Guy.
Filling in.
Now, we just announced before that we have brought something back to the edge. Mr. Chang Hung is back.
And no calls, thank God. No one misses me.
Actually, we did get a few texts, Guy. Do you want to read some of these nice texts that have come through for Chang?
People are asking Chang, does your breath still smell bad?
Come here, guy.
Chang had gingivitis.
Oh, whoa.
He did.
Amazing.
And we had to get a phone that he used to talk on all the time, sent off to a lab to get tested, and it had high levels of bacteria on it.
Hey, I just got back on here in like 5 minutes, and you're already giving me rubbish.
Chang, the amount of love coming through for you is overwhelming, mate.
Oh, thanks for everyone's text.
Someone has said it's like, please don't ever let him do the producer's diary again.
No, that's Carl's job, not mine. I've retired from that.
Well, we haven't actually got any calls that have come through that actually of people that miss you, but we have got to reveal something to you, Chang. We didn't tell you about those earlier, but we've decided to celebrate the fact that you're coming home. Is we're going to do this to you.
Chang's worst nightmare ever.
Do we really have to do this? What's the worst nightmare?
Well, basically, we figure the best thing about you is when you're in pain. And so we would like to relive all of the greatest and worst things that have been done to you in your entire 10 years that you were here at The Edge, that JJ, Mike and Dom have done to you, that Fletch and Vaughan have done to you.
Chang, I must say that I feel a little bit bad about this.
You don't look bad about it.
This was your idea, Guy.
Emphasis on a little I said. It's still going to be entertaining, and that's the main thing, but
It's all about entertainment, isn't it? Don't worry about the pain that I go through.
If you would like to text us a recommendation of something that you think we should do to Chang this week, because we're going to do a different thing to him every day, just text it through to 3343 right now. And at 20 to 8 this morning, he will face his first nightmare.
Hey, I came back to, on a contract that says I don't have to do any of those things anymore.
You worked here long enough to know that nothing that Leon, our boss, writes in a contract is a real thing.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Sharyn and Guy.
Filling in for JJ, Mike and Dom.
And we revealed not long ago that Chang Hung has returned to the edge.
Oh, thanks for having
back, Chang. We love you.
I gotta say, guys, it's an honor to work with you. I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Thank you.
And Sharyn, yeah, you know.
Oh,
What
okay.
a mean guy.
Okay.
Honest to
I do love you.
I think this all stems back to when I first started at the edge, Chang asked me out on a date and I said no.
Oh, isn't that
Now
sweet?
she's married, Sharyn. What's your last name now?
Casey, thanks
yeah.
for keeping up with me, babes. But Anna has called through this morning. Anna, what did you want to say to Chang?
Hi, Chang. I'd just like to say that it's good to have you back on air.
Oh, thanks, Anna. It's good to be. It's like
I missed you.
It's like I never left the place.
I know.
Thank you so much for your call this morning, Anna. And we revealed before at around 20 to 8 this morning, we're going to be putting Chang through one of his worst nightmares ever. We're going to be doing this all week long.
All week?
And we want your suggestions. And Jace, you've got a suggestion for Chang.
Yeah, a while ago, Chang, you were in a biplane and spun upside down and you vomitron all through the biplane. I think that would definitely be worth another look at.
No, we don't really need it. We got the audio from last time. We just play you that.
Is that the Red Bull stunt plane that you mean, Jace?
Yes, that's the one, the Red Bull stunt plane. I think we've got to do that. We've just, it'll make my year.
Yeah, what a great idea. I'm with Jace.
If that's going to make your ear, I don't know what else to say.
Chang, you have no idea how much this means to me.
Hey, Chang, I'm not the one that was walking around Ponsonby the other day looking lost, though.
He's stalking you out, mate.
I'm Asian. Come on.
Thank you so much for your call this morning, Jace. We will definitely put that on the list for Chang's worst nightmare.
Sharyn and Guy.
Filling in for JJ, Mike and Dom.
What I wanted to talk about today was the most stolen item. Can anyone guess what it is in supermarkets in 2013?
Chocolate or pregnancy tests.
That's what you...
Is that what you steal?
No, yeah, that's usually what I do. Just kidding. No, just kidding. I don't.
The number one item, can we have a drum roll, please?
Okay, hang on.
I'm banging against the desk. The number one most stolen item in 2013, razor blades.
No.
What a weird thing to steal. And the whole list is really weird. Alcohol's on there, that's not surprising. Lynx deodorant. I don't know who's like, I smell really bad, better go do a crime to sort this situation out. My favourite thing in the top 10 list was expensive meat. Who steals meat?
That's actually a really common thing in home invasions, to have stolen as meat, because meat's really expensive.
Hey guys, I did a crime. What'd you steal? Some stuff for the barbecue. Did you steal any barbecue sauce while you were there?
Oh my
Seems
God.
like the worst crime of all time. I guess razor blades make sense because they're expensive.
They are so expensive. Do you know sometimes, like, I use a Venus leg razor?
Oh, do you now?
Well, I probably don't use it as much as I should. But when you have to buy razor blades now, it is cheaper to just buy a whole new razor than it is to buy just the blades.
Yeah,
It's so expensive.
That is it's kind of a Ponzi scheme that they trick you into there. Carl is just throwing around microphones in my face all over the place, and I don't know what's going on. It's quite disorientating for my first day. But what we want to know from you is what. This is such a shambles today. Chang, sort it out, mate.
It's my first day back.
I blame you, bro.
It's already turned to custard.
Guys!
So what I wanted to find out from the people of New Zealand is, what is the weirdest thing you've ever had stolen?
Oh, so like somebody stealing it from you.
Yeah. Sharyn, do you have
Ooh.
anything? I've got the weirdest thing I've ever had happen to me was I had the wing mirrors from my car stolen. I had a Toyota Corolla, which is a common story, and people said that this happens sometimes when people need a new part. Both of them were it wasn't like they were snapped off. They were just someone had got like the tool that needed, taken off the wing mirrors and bounced.
That is
Left the
random.
stereo. Hey, if you need some wing mirrors, where else are you going to get them from?
I don't know,
Someone else's
trade me?
car. So then I had to go steal it off someone else, obviously. It was a weird chain reaction.
Yeah, it is very strange. My friend, their house got robbed during a party,
Oh.
and they stole everything in their house, and they were like, oh, at least we've still got our food. Then they went into their fridge, they stole all of their meat and all of their like fancy branded like cereals and all that sort of stuff. Took all their food, so the next morning they had no shoes, no clothes, no handbags, and no food either.
Oh my goodness. That's the lowest of low. If you're stealing people's expensive cereal, I don't care how nice the Hubbard cereal is, it's still not worth stealing.
Is it? So 0800 The Edge right now, or you can text us to 3343. What have you had stolen from you? The weirdest thing.
It's the Sharyn and Guy Fill-In Podcast.
So what we want to know from the people of New Zealand is what is the weirdest thing you've ever had stolen? I mentioned that I've had the wing mirrors of my car stolen. That was very weird. It was a real professional job as well. We've had some good feedback on the old text machine. Someone said my mum's tampons got stolen from the checkout at Countdown. That is really weird, eh?
That is why would you want to steal a lady's tampons?
Someone said that they went on holiday one year and came out to find that had been robbed, that had jewellery and expensive stuff stolen, but that also had the legs from their beds taken.
The bed's still there, but the legs are gone.
That is not an ideal situation.
Well, obviously, you try and take the bed. It's a bit heavy.
Yeah.
You've overestimated your ability. And you're like, hey, just get the legs. A bit of memento. Fair enough.
We've got some calls through on 0800 The Edge for this as well. Tom, what was the weirdest thing you had stolen?
Some people broke into my girlfriend's car a couple of weeks ago, and they didn't take anything out of the car, just stole the battery.
Amazing.
Yeah, so she went to start her car and drive it to get a window fixed, and there was no battery in it.
She obviously couldn't turn the car over, you know, because the battery's not there.
Yes, we do. We completely understand, Chang. I got to say, if you're stealing a battery out of a car or a wing mirror or something like that, you're so desperate that you deserve it, I reckon.
Sorry, Sharyn.
Why are you laughing so much? These guys have gone insane. Looks like I'm going to have to carry the radio show for the rest of the day. They've lost their minds.
Tom. Oh my God.
You guys are enjoying that way too much. Another weird thing I got from the text machine is a photo album was stolen. I'll let them calm down. Someone stole a photo album. Of all the things to steal, that's going to be the most painful one for the victim and the most least rewarding one for the people who stole it. It's such a weird thing to say.
Back on topic, Sharyn.
Megan, what was the weirdest thing that you had stolen?
I had all my sweaty, dirty gym clothes taken out of my car when they broke into it, except my bras. They hung it on my indicator.
What? They leave behind your bra?
My wallet and everything was all in there. But
the worst thieves in the world.
Yeah.
Well, at least you know they weren't creepy thieves if they're leaving your underwear behind.
Well, no, they took the undies. Just
okay, obviously just not into boobs. Cool, thanks for your call this morning, Megan. And good morning, Craig. What's the weirdest thing you've had stolen?
When I was at my last place, one of my neighbours stole my garden hose. And then about 6 months later, they were kind enough to return it. Almost sold it up.
Were you living next door to Homer Simpson?
No, but it was a bit of a dodgy area.
It sounds like they were borrowing the garden hose there. Maybe sometimes I borrow things like that for a long period of time. I'll return it eventually.
Yeah, you forget about it.
It might be 3 years later.
Well, remind me never to lend you anything. Thanks for your call this morning, Craig. And if you want to keep firing us through text through on 3343, you're more than welcome. Coming up in a couple of minutes.
Sharyn, calm down.
What? Shush.
Why were you guys laughing so much? Because you literally lost your mind.
Okay, so the guy stole the car battery, and then I made the joke that, the girl obviously doesn't know the battery is missing from the car.
Yeah.
Because she'll try and roll the car out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't.
I was just laughing at how dumb he is. Pretty much just how thick he is.
You guys lost your minds for a second there, and I love it.
Yeah, well, maybe one day we'll laugh at one of your jokes like that.
Sharyn and Guy, filling in for JJ, Mike and Dom, 6 to 10 weekdays on The Edge. Chang's
Worst nightmare ever. Seriously, guys, I really can't.
We revealed this morning around about 20 to 7 that Chang Hung has returned to The Edge.
Welcome back, Chang. We love you.
Oh, thanks. I'm not looking forward to this thing, though. The worst nightmare. Why do I have to relive it?
Because it's funny and entertaining, Chang, to be honest.
And we have to get the More FM out of you. You've been at More FM for a couple of years. We need to bring you back down to earth and bring you back to The Edge where it's, not about being
in your history of horrible punishments, what's the worst one you've ever received?
The worst one would have to be, this is when I first started at The Edge, 11 years ago. What they did, it's called Chang in a box.
Yeah.
So I was inside a massive box. So they put me in the box, took me to the airport, put me on the conveyor belt, went around the conveyor belt twice until some customs officer busted me.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
That's probably the worst. And also the 40-hour Portaloo, staying inside a Portaloo for 40 hours for the 40-hour famine. That's probably the worst thing.
You stayed inside a Portaloo for 40 hours?
Yeah, you know what's the worst thing? All the staff was using the Portaloo that week.
What?
Inside of the toilet, just to make it more interesting for me.
So what did you have to eat inside a Portaloo?
Yeah, eat, sleep, No shower for 40 hours?
That is horrific.
That is honestly horrible. I always remember one that Fletch and Vaughan did to you when they put you on a metal plate and then they filled it with water and then they electrocuted him while he was on it. He was only wearing his underwear as well. It was very, very strange.
These are genuinely sadistic. I'm not going to make you stay in a portal or anything like that, Chang. Nothing that's like against the human regulations of what should be allowed by the UN Geneva Convention.
Yes. But this week we are going to be putting Chang through a different challenge every morning, reliving his worst nightmares of stunts that he's done in the past when he worked at The Edge, and we are going to relive one of them in 3.5 minutes time. So stick around.
Sharyn and Guy.
Filling in for JJ, Mike and Dom. Chang's
Worst nightmare ever.
That's right. Chang is back and we're going to put him through his paces this week. He's going to face his worst nightmares that he has done previously with JJ, Mike and Dom.
Hang on, I agreed to come back and not do any of this silly things.
Well, we lied.
I should read my contract properly next time.
Chang, what are you worried about doing this week?
I don't know. I've done everything that's possible.
Because right now, I would like to introduce someone who I think is going to be very frightening for you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the studio, Dave Upfold. If you don't know who Dave Upfold is, you should. He's one of New Zealand's leading hypnotists. Chang, how do you feel about that?
And my worst nightmare. No kidding. How many times have you hypnotized me, Dave?
2-3 times?
Yeah, and every time it turned to custard.
Oh, no. Listenership goes straight through the roof.
No, they actually turn off, and it's like, why are they doing that?
Now, if you want to see Dave, he will be at Papatoe Intermediate this Wednesday. Tickets are only $20. His website is not one but two, and he is excellent at doing what he does. I can't wait to see what he does to Chang.
Oh, I was thinking, like, we got his plug, he can leave. He doesn't need to do anything.
No, don't be silly.
Now, we're gonna give you a bit of a hard time here, Chang. You've been talking about this last week as one of the worst things that you've ever had to do, and you thought that maybe, I think this is really funny, you thought you can't be hypnotized anymore because it's going to affect your brain.
Well, I think my brain's pretty screwed at the moment. It's fried. I was wondering why I couldn't sleep last night. This was the reason.
You were anxious.
Was the reason. Something was holding me back from sleeping.
I don't want to do anything you're not comfortable with. Are you genuinely worried about being hypnotized too much?
Yeah. That I'll be under his control in like that.
Oh, that sounds like a cop-out. Dave, is there such a thing as being hypnotized too much?
No.
That's what he tells everyone.
Chang made that up. All right. So Chang, how are you feeling right now?
I'm not happy about this.
What's
the boss?
I've been hypnotized by Dave once before. It is a terrifying experience. I can't wait to see what we do. I've got some terrible things lined up.
All right, Dave. You're in charge. It is time to hypnotize Chang.
Is it that easy?
That easy.
No, the greatest thing about doing Chan is he's what we call a hypno
That's
junkie.
so wrong doing Chan.
He doesn't want to be called a junkie, but he loves it. Chan, all you got to do, as you know, you just got to let yourself relax, okay?
I'm so relaxed. I am so relaxed.
And you never slept last night, so tonight's your not tonight, but today is your opportunity to sleep.
And can you make sure you don't be in my dream? Because every time he hypnotized me, he's in my dream.
Oh,
you're really just putting it off, Chang.
Yeah.
Just let Dave do his job.
Well, just watch how quickly he can do this now, because Chan has been hypnotized before. He knows what it feels like. He knows he's a hypno junkie, and he loves to go to sleep. He's been complaining about not sleeping.
Can we really not do this?
No, shut up, Chang.
Can we really not do
You're
this?
doing it, mate.
Now, do it quickly. Let yourself relax, Chan. Just take a deep breath, and as you breathe out, yourself relax. Close your eyes, and as you breathe out, yourself relax and sleep and go deeper, 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 deeper and deeper. So let the sound of my voice just take you deeper, deeper, deeper and deeper as I count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sleep. Deeper, deeper, deeper and deeper. So relaxed, so comfortable. So relaxed, so comfortable, feeling absolutely great. You'll listen to my instructions at all times, and anything I tell you to do, you will do it. And because you know why? Because you want to. Because you realize you are a hypno junkie, and being hypnotized is the greatest feeling. In actual fact, it's going to make you feel so great. In actual fact, you think you just had 5 drinks now, and you're going to be so happy on the count of 3 when you open your eyes. You know that you're going to be waking up, eyes wide open, and you'll be feeling absolutely brilliant, having a fantastic morning. 1, 2, 3, eyes wide open.
Hey, Chang.
Hi, Sharon. How are we doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I think I've drank too much Red Bull today.
Oh, really?
There's no more here. How many are you allowed one day?
I think you're
probably like 4 or 5. Seriously, it feels like that.
I don't know if you should have any more.
I think it's a limit of 2, isn't it, Guy?
It's a limit of 2, Chang.
Yeah.
You're over the edge, mate.
Well,
All
that's
right.
fine. That's fine. I'll just run it off.
Okay, good. Well, you're a little bit too energetic for me, Dave. Put him to sleep. Put him to sleep.
Okay, and sleep.
I think it is time for us to have some fun with Chang.
This is
and
so weird. Can I just say this is the weirdest thing I've ever done? Oh my god.
so we want you to text in your suggestions. The best 3 we're going to do on Chang straight after the break. So make sure you text into 3343 right now.
Sharyn and Guy.
Filling in for JJ, Mike and Dom.
How you feeling, Chang?
Well, it's just like my boogeyman's standing right beside me. That's how scary it is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You have no idea, Guy. You have no idea.
So we wanted to ask Chang a couple of questions. Is he good to go now? Is this hypnotised?
Yeah, we can do this right now. Watch this. Deep breath in, Chan, and as you breathe out, let yourself close your eyes and sleep deeper.
He just
deeper,
goes straight to sleep.
Deeper and deeper.
We've had some texts come through on 3343. Dave, do you reckon you can help us out with some of these listener suggestions?
Oh, absolutely. What I'll do is I'll just put it into a little bit of a sleep because he didn't sleep last night.
Aww.
And sleep. As easy as that.
As easy as that. It is so weird. And it's good to know that he doesn't really think much of you. But I reckon this time we've got this text in from Rachel in Dunedin, and she thinks that we should get Guy to pretend that he's Taylor Swift.
All right, that's going to be easy. On the count of 3, person I'm touching right now, when I snap my fingers, on your left-hand side will be Taylor Swift. Yes, in disguise. That's right, in disguise. Looks a lot like Guy Williams, but of course Taylor Swift will be asking you the questions. 1, 2, 3, eyes will open.
And in the studio joining us, she's in here for her Red Tour this year. Taylor Swift, everybody!
Oh, Princess is in the house!
And Chang, you are a massive Taylor Swift fan, so we had to get you in for this interview this morning.
I'm very excited.
What do you want to say to Taylor?
Well, how quickly did you come? Because weren't you in Buckingham Palace or some place like that with Prince Williams and just American Guy?
I'm here for my tour.
Oh yes, I went to it. I went to it on Friday night. It was really, really good.
Did you enjoy it?
Disappointed I didn't get to meet you.
Yeah, well,
the last time I met you, I went with Sharyn actually.
Yeah, we did. We met you there.
We were supposed to pull a prank that I was going to propose to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why didn't you propose to me?
I got too chicken out.
Oh. Do you want to propose to Taylor right now?
It'll be so awkward. Hang on. I can bring a ring though.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Okay.
You had to. Would you marry me?
No, I will not marry you, Chang. I'm
why
so
not?
sorry.
Why not?
Because you're a little bit weird, to be honest.
But you don't even know me.
You're not really. You
don't know you. You don't know me. You need to get to know me, then you know me.
Chang, is there anything you'd like to say to Taylor before I leave?
Just don't do this to me.
Are you going to get on your knees and beg?
Okay. Please don't do this to me.
Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Dave, make the stop.
Dave, make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop.
He's grabbing me.
And deep breath in as you breathe out, yourself relax and sleep deeper, deeper, deeper and deeper. You can hear the next voice and you're going to, well, whatever we ask you, you'll do. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, eyes will open.
Richard from Tauranga wants to know how you would feel, like what noise you would make if you were about to jump off the sky tower with no rope at all.
Oh.
If that was happening to you right now, what would you do?
Someone please make it stop. Make it
Genuinely
stop.
looks terrified.
Make it stop. Make it stop.
Sleep deeper,
God.
deeper,
Okay.
deeper and deeper.
Goodness,
Thank
that
God
is
that is over.
Wow. Chang, you've done a great job, mate. Dave Upfold, thank you so much for coming in. Remember his at Papatoa Intermediate this Wednesday. Tickets are only $20. Thank you very much. That was hilarious.
Oh,
And
God.
1, 2, 3, wake up, wide awake.
Well done, Chang. You're a legend, bro. We really appreciate it.
Can we murder Dave now?
I think we'll probably invite Dave back on a later date.
No.
We'll invite him back. Well, thanks for the good work, Chang. You're a good sport.
Sharyn and Guy.
Filling in.
Is it time for my New Zealand's Got Talent review?
Yes, it is.
Yesterday, me and Sharyn were having a chat. She mentioned that New Zealand's Got Talent was on, but she said we should talk about it on the show, but she didn't want to watch it. So I've already been banned from New Zealand's Got Talent for cyberbullying Brian Tamaki. I feel not Brian Tamaki.
Tamani
Tamani Kofi, whatever his name is.
He's so different from Brian Tamaki. Come on.
Oh, they're similar in some ways. Anyway, they both record in a church. Anyway, because New Zealand's Got Talent is filmed in a church. I'm just saying it how it is. So, Tamani, if you are listening, I am sorry about that, bro. I am a dick.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so New Zealand's giving it a crack, is what I call it, because the talent level is very low. It's supposed to be the grand final.
Mm-hmm.
New Zealand's Got Talent is having 2 grand finals. 2 grand finals! What is wrong with them? They're idiots. They had 6 semi-finals. That's physically impossible. They just do whatever they want on the show. And a good example of that is when they opened the show, they had a 3-team elimination. They ended up letting one team through and then letting the other 2 teams through. They let all 3 teams through. They couldn't even, the judges couldn't even do the one job they're supposed to do, which is judge. Rachel Hunter's like, I don't care. I love them both too much. Rachel, your job is to judge. The other judges are like, can we do this? Is this allowed? You can do whatever you want, mate. You can go up on stage and piss on the stage if you want. Doesn't mean it's a good idea. One of the weirdest things was the first team they let through was called the Black Trio, and it was 3 brown dudes. I'm like, this is the most racist thing I've ever seen in my life. I was offended from the outset. And the whole show continued on a similar downward pattern. Obviously, I stopped watching it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was just cancelled mid-episode. It was so bad.
Oh, God.
Anyway, I thought we could do better this week. That was a bit full on, eh?
You're a bit angry.
I'm very fine. Oh, you forced me to watch it, so you get what you deserve, mate.
Sorry. I apologise to everybody.
I would like to apologise now. We are going to try and redeem ourselves by doing a better version. We're going to do this.
Testing.
Are you paying attention?
Sharyn and guys, this is your moment.
We're going to test everyone. We want people to call in. We want you, the listener at home, to call in and tell us your special talent. My special talent is, it can be as bad as it wants. My special talent is I've got double jointed thumbs.
Oh, yeah.
And I can roll my stomach as well. So I can make my stomach roll like that.
Dude.
So I once won a freak show doing my special freaky talent. I reckon I'd probably win New Zealand's Got Talent as well with that. Sharyn, do you have anything special?
Well, I used to be a champion tap dancer down in Timaru.
Oh, you and Leon, our boss.
Yeah, thanks Jackie Griffin, taught me everything I know. Also, when I've had a few beers, I turn into Left Eye from TLC, the alive version, not the dead version, but I am quite a good rapper.
Wow.
And I like to rap along to No Scrubs by TLC, and I just own the D floor with it.
Is this after you've had a couple of beers?
Yeah.
Someone get us some beers.
So your talent is that when you have a couple of drinks, you think you're good at something that you're not good at.
No, I am actually good at it. And I did it at an after party after the music awards last week, and people tweeted about it. They were like, Sharyn, you can actually rap. Get a record deal, girl.
Well, they were really drunk to tell you, so they were not sober as, were they?
Chang, I hate to ask you this, but do you have any special talents, mate?
Yep.
What is it?
Being Asian.
I guess that is a talent. And that would probably win New Zealand's Got Talent for you, mate.
Just stand there. Hello, welcome.
They would probably call you like the Asian Solo or something like that. So it'd be really offensive.
0800 The Edge right now, or text us at 3343. Have a go at This Is Your Moment, and we want you to do whatever the hell you want, and we will let everybody through, just like New Zealand's Got Talent. So you can do whatever you want. You can sing, you can tell us a joke, you can do an impression, whatever. Just call us now, 0800 The Edge.
Here we go. It's the Sharyn and Guy Fill-In Podcast.
We're asking people for their special talent and to come on air and do it. I thought we'd put Sharyn up to the task. She claims she's an awesome rapper. She notes Chang's peer pressuring her. She says when she's drunk, she's sober right now, so she's got to do it with all the pressure in the world on her. Sharyn, let's hear a line.
No, see, the deal when I was working here before I left, when you chant her name, you have to do it. So ready?
No.
1, 2, 3. Sharyn.
I honestly am not very good when I'm not drunk. Okay.
You're not very good when you're drunk either, but just do it anyway. It's going to be awesome.
That's so true.
Oh, I'm nearly more embarrassed. Okay. This is the song. It's No Scrubs by TLC.
Cannot wait.
Come on.
Okay.
Do you want some music?
No, okay. See if you... Oh, shit, I can't do it. Okay.
Come on, Sharyn.
Okay. Let me give you something to think about. Get into your mind and then we're here to turn you out. If you keep a focus on the picture in front of me, you is clear as DVD on digital TV screen. Satisfy my effort.
Sharyn Casey, ladies and
Chicken vernacular. And then I get back to you with diamond like...
Hey, when we gave you the clap, that was signal to stop. Quit it there.
Yeah, don't give up your day job.
Hey, Sharyn, for a white girl from Timaru, you got flow, girl. For a normal person or a rapper, you've got no flow. But for a white girl from Timaru, you are awesome. And we really appreciate you putting it all on the line there. Some other people are texting in some talents as well. Someone says their talent is to piss their sister off. I'd love them to call up and try and do that on air. My mother can knock everyone out in the same room with just one fart.
Oh.
I think that's awesome. If your dad does it, it's kind of gross. If your mum does it, that's good on your mum. Good effort.
We've also got some people on the phone. Dina, what can you do?
Hi. Well, my mum's a bullet and I can talk like a chipmunk.
Can you do it again? Do it again?
My mum's a bullet and I can talk like a chipmunk.
I have no idea what she just said.
It was awesome, whatever it was. That would win New Zealand's Got Talent. You're through to the next round.
Good morning, Daryl. What is your special talent?
Hi, I can't really do it on air, but my talent is being able to stick a whole ice block stick up my nose.
Oh my goodness!
How big is your nose, Daryl?
Oh no, it's not that big, but it's been broken, so I can shove it all the way up and get it up and go.
Well, hey, can I just give you? I'm not a doctor, but can I just recommend not doing that?
Oh, that's probably good. It's probably good advice. It does make your eyes water and stuff. But no, the kids love it. So.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Daryl, why don't you send us a photo with the ice block up your nose? We'd love to see that.
We would
put it on our website as well.
You know, I can do that. Yeah, I can video it and stuff. And send it through.
Just don't mess up your brain too much more than it's already been messed up, Daryl. If at all possible.
Worries, that sounds like good advice.
Judges, let's deliberate. Are we going to put Daryl through the next round?
Daryl, you're through to the next round, mate.
And finally, Fiona. This one is actually quite impressive and I believe would win the New Zealand's Got Talent. Fiona, what is your special talent?
Well, I'm 47 and I can still do the splits.
When you say you can do the splits, do you mean like forwards or sideways?
Forwards. I can't do full sideways anymore.
Oh, so the forward is your front leg is in front of your head, is it?
Yeah, well, that's forward,
yeah.
Chang.
Okay. I'm just checking. How else
Fiona,
are you going to...
did you used to do gymnastics or something?
A long time ago. Not since I was 12, no.
And are you married or have you got a boyfriend?
I have a partner, yes.
I see where this is going.
I bet you're a demon. Okay, everybody.
TMI, guys.
Come on. Let's go around the room. Judges, are we letting Fiona through to the next round?
I don't believe she can do it.
Ooh.
Photo or it doesn't happen. You got to send it through and we will judge on edge.co.nz.
But let's be honest, if it's like New Zealand's Got Talent, even if she can't do it, we still get a little. Thank you so much for your call this morning, Fiona, and also to everybody else that has sent through their talents this morning. Nobody's quite as good as me old rapping, but hey, we can't all be winners like me.
Talk yourself up, white girl.
Okay. Sharyn and Guy filling in.
This is
Hey, I'm Taylor Swift.
So I've been gushing about this.
Is this a Taylor Swift thing? Because I didn't get it.
I had such a good time on Saturday night, you guys. OMG. But it was not without its hiccups, okay? Taylor Swift was amazing. The show blew me away. But Sharyn told me to go along with my voice recorder to get a bit of me singing along to the song. And that was not as easy as you thought it would be. And I've recorded some stuff just to let you know what the experience was like. When the show started, I was pretty fired up. Oh my God! So exciting! Says red and big writing, and we're all cheering about it. All of a sudden, Taylor appears from nowhere like a beautiful angel from heaven, and everyone did what everyone does at concerts, and it really annoys me. Everyone is filming on their cell phones. There's going to be a lot of terrible YouTube videos from the Taylor Swift concert.
Says the guy that's recording it.
Well, this is where it gets weird. Well, it gets weird first when I ran into some drunk chick who wanted to tell me about her weird friend. What's your name?
Samantha!
Samantha, who are you here to see today?
Taylor!
Taylor, that was a dumb question to say the least.
This is my friend Lydia!
Pardon?
This is my friend Lydia!
Olivia's so cute. I'll talk to you soon.
Lydia!
Lydia's the best. I'll see you soon. Lydia!
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 The falls down my top!
Oh, you look very beautiful. So that was
Lydia.
a weird. That was a Libya.
Lydia.
No one cares. All right. No, Lydia, if you are listening, sorry about that, mate. And always nice to meet drunk people at concerts. Now, this is where it gets really weird because my mic got taken off me by the Taylor Swift police. See if you can pick the moment where they took it and unplugged it from my cell phone.
I'm the publicist for this tour.
So I'm here live reporting from a toilet stall at Vector Arena in Auckland. A publicity lady / the Taylor Swift police, literally two big guys in black with a lady, have come and confiscated my microphone. But they didn't take my cell phone, so I can just still record on that very easily. Idiots.
So their plan failed miserably as I just pulled out my cell phone, and in the end, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry you have to hear this, it's me having a blast at Taylor Swift. How harmless is that? We got the clip, guys. I'm quite proud of myself. We got there, and it was a hell of a journey to get there. I spoke to 10,000 drunken people throughout the evening, but I got the gold. I got me singing on Taylor Swift, and I had the best night of my life.
That was really, really good. I really enjoyed your story, and so does somebody else that texts in that just says, cool story, bro.
Here we go. It's the Sharyn and Guy Fill-In Podcast.